What's up, you guys? I'm Josh.
I'm Kylie.
And today we're going to talk to you about the spoilers of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Because the HD re-release just came out, and we just feel like talking about it, even though it's 10 years old.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah, can't really consider these too spoilery because it's so old. But we're going to talk spoilers anyway, so if you don't want to know, don't watch this, go play the game. Because
Please do
quick
yourself
spoiler,
a favor.
it is the best game. That's it. It's the best game.
That's all there is to it.
So yeah, go play it. Come back here, and you can watch us talk about it, and it'll be a great time for everyone involved. All right, so let's get right to it. So, basics plot of this game. You are Link, as usual, one of the incarnations. You live on an island called Outset Island, and it's one of many islands. The entire world is basically just a bunch of islands. And
that's kind of the big function of the game. It's like a giant overworld, and you get to navigate around the sea to each island.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably seen
in a boat
footage of it, but
called the King of Red Lions. It talks.
Which is awesome. He's like your guide for the game.
Mm-hmm. And basically, when it starts out, you are on a quest to save your sister, who is mistaken for the princess and stolen by a giant bird.
Yeah, because, well, they want Tetra, who
is
kind of your cohort.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, Zelda.
Yeah, which we're going to get to. I think one of my if not my favorite, one of my favorite moments in video games.
Oh, that plot twist?
The big reveal. That, let's talk about it right now, whatever. Tetra, who is the pirate, she's like the leader of the pirates.
She's kind of like a pirate queen in my eyes.
She's super badass.
All of her lackeys are like, oh, Miss Tetra, Miss Tetra.
Yeah, she's really awesome. She's like super sassy and like, kind of a lot of the Zelda companions kind of
the fairies for sure. Like,
they're a little
she's kind of
sassy.
like Tattle in a pirate human form.
Yeah, but she's super badass. She's this pirate. She's in charge of her crew and her ship, and
she has a heart.
Yeah.
Deep down.
Yeah, she definitely. She starts out thinking like, oh, whatever. I guess we'll bring you along in our ship. But then she does start to care for Link.
Because that Rito guy comes up and he's like, yo, this is your fault.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
Yeah, she doesn't want to admit it, but she definitely owed him that ride. Anyway, so later on, way later on in the game, we're skipping a lot here, but it's worth it.
It's not that later on. Are we talking about like the descent?
Yes.
I'd say like halfway through.
Yeah. So you descend into what was previously Hyrule, and we realize now that Hyrule has been basically flooded completely. The entire world has been. And that's why everything's an island. Those are just like the highest peaks of like the Hyrule Mountains and stuff.
That's kind of when you realize that this is a post-apocalyptic game.
Yeah.
And a lot of the previous species that inhabited Hyrule are now dead.
Mm-hmm. Extinct.
Except
for the
one
flying...
Goron.
One Goron.
One traveling Goron.
Yeah, any flying species or water-dwelling species are basically all that are left, besides like...
Besides the Zoras, because I guess they're not in salt water.
Yeah, well, I guess there's a theory that the Zoras evolved into the...
Yeah, which makes sense, because if you played before, you know that Medli's ancestor is a Zora.
Yes. But anyway, big reveal, when you are in Hyrule Castle, you're basically in what's like a past world, like, that all comes to life. And
it's all black and white.
Yeah, at first it's all black and white, although it's like a sepia tint in the remake.
Okay.
Yeah, we find out that Tetra, who's been with you all along, is actually Princess Zelda.
What?
When I heard this the first time 10 years ago, or whenever it was, 10, 11 years ago, I had family over. I was locking myself in my room playing this game, and it happened, and then my family's like, hey, you gonna come out and socialize? And I was just like, no.
See, for me, I played it kind of late, so I already knew, vaguely, but I didn't know how it happened, so it's still super cool.
Yeah, I was the first day adopter of the original version on the GameCube, and I was in like 5th or 6th grade.
That was intense. When you're like 10,
yeah,
that's heavy.
That was an amazing moment for me. and an even, well, no, not more amazing, but a pretty great moment also in this game is its final boss battle, which you are aided by Zelda, probably more than any other boss battle. Zelda, who formerly known as Tetra, helps you a lot. She's shooting light arrows at Ganon for you, stunning him.
Shooting.
Yeah, she does shoot them.
Not really hitting.
She hits him sometimes.
On occasion.
She hits him especially when she aims them at you, and you have to deflect them into him with your mirror shield. But anyway, this game has one of the most graphic endings in any Nintendo game, definitely. You basically run up to a stunned Ganon, jump and do like a front flip spin thing, stab him right through the head, right between the eyes.
Like pauses and stuff.
Yeah, and he's just like, ah! And he's just swords right there.
I'm a really big fan of this Ganon in particular, myself. Well, his design is awesome. It just flows so well with the aesthetic of the game.
Mm.
But when he's talking about like how back in the times of Hyrule, before the flooding, he was from the Gerudo Desert, and all he ever had was like the harsh winds and the sun, and it was just like a land doused in hate, and he just wanted Hyrule Fields because it was nice and everyone else had it.
Yeah.
I don't know, he has so much depth for Ganon. Like, usually there's just not that much to him.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, when I started playing the game, I was like, this is beautiful. Like, when... Well, first you have, like, the whole sequence. The story is played onto the Wii U gamepad.
Yeah. Best opening of any Zelda game, by the way, even back then. Yeah, it's great. We're not going to sing the whole song. It's like 10 minutes long.
No, but especially the way that they had the music bounce off of each other between your TV and your gamepad is wonderful.
Yeah.
And the graphics, like, I've heard people complain, like, oh, well, you know, it's just the original and it's stretched and blurred slightly so it doesn't look bad.
I don't think that at all.
That's not how it looks at all.
Yeah, no way.
Absolutely amazing, and the colors just pop even more than before. They're super vivid. Like the first scene where you see Ariel come out of the house and she's like, "Ah, big brother!" I was just like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!"
Yeah, things are more rounded. It definitely looks more 3D than the original, less cartoony, more. It still has the cartoon. Like, obviously, it's not like.
Which is what's great about it.
They didn't make it realistic looking like in Twilight Princess or something, but it does. Things do look more rounded, and some of the brightness is like, some of it looks a little overexposed.
I noticed that too.
Like the sun is like just blaring like from one side, but it still looks great. Like just even sailing in the ocean like is really cool, and you can do it faster now. You can get in this one. You can get the fast sail, or what's it called?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not there yet.
You can pick up. You can buy it at the shop.
From the Eskimo guy.
The Beetle shop.
Oh, Beetle. Okay.
Yeah. And yes, that one. And you can get the fast sail, and you go twice as fast, which was one of the complaints for the original, that traversing between islands takes too long.
God.
Yeah.
Well, even with the cyclones, sometimes it gets a little tedious.
Yeah. Another change that was made from the original was the Tingle map quest, which was also a very tedious quest.
Are you talking about the one where you have to buy every single Triforce
and you have
map?
to go find every single one and like claw them down and like, yeah.
So it's different about it.
There is streamlined a little more. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I just know that they have modified it. That's what I've heard.
Thank God.
So, yeah. So.
Because it's like, Tingle, come on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save you and literally everyone else. You're going to charge me, like, how much does he charge? 1,000 rupees per map? And you need like 12 pieces?
It's not even like.
No, 9 pieces.
It's not even a logical number like that he charges you. It's like some weird
just completely
prime number. Like, and you
whatever
have to
it is way too much.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you haven't played it, it's the one part of the game that makes me want to. That kind of like stagnates my gameplay.
Yeah. This is the part of the game where when I was replaying it before, when it was only out on GameCube, I've played it like 4 times now. This is where I get to like, oh, I'm at that part. Like, I guess I've already played it, so I don't really need to finish. But I do eventually finish it, but because I've played it 4 times now, but that's always the part where I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll put this down for a month.
Yeah, I just suck it up because like every Zelda game has that for me. Like for me, Twilight Princess, it's Arbiter's Grounds. For Skyward Sword, it's probably the giant black thingy with the pus toes.
Oh yeah, the imprisoned, yeah, the imprisoned fights are pretty
Oh my god, and then he
annoying.
starts flying, but that's a different game.
yeah, we won't spoil the game that's not, that we said we
That's
were
not like
gonna
10 years old.
yeah. Yeah, so, anyway, what were we talking about before that happened?
We were talking about the Tingle maps.
The Tingle maps, yeah, so that's made easier. Hopefully it should make it more accessible to anyone jumping on for the first time. Definitely younger people,
Yeah.
like who couldn't play the game 10 years ago. But maybe we'll have a Wii U now, hopefully. And I'm really hoping this sells Wii U's, and I'm sure it will.
It sold it to me.
It sold you one, yeah. I had one already. I was
the incentive. It also came
Yeah.
with a price drop with the official Zelda Wii U.
Yes.
Alright, so if you played the original one, there's this thing called the Tingle Tuner, and you basically connected your Game Boy Advance, and it was some sort of apparatus that enhanced your gameplay. And they replaced it in the Wii U one with, I don't remember what it's called, but basically you can send out these like little tingle message in a bottle things, and you can attach pictographs, which you take with your Pictobox, which is cool. And you can take selfies, and basically you're sending it into the Miiverse, so anyone can see it, and you can even check it for spoilers and stuff. So, I don't know, you can take a picture with Queen Goma at Dragon Roost Island and be like, me chilling with my girl Queen Goma. And just send it out to 12-year-olds that are playing Wind Waker.
And 21-year-olds too.
Yeah, and 19-year-olds.
So if you haven't played Wind Waker on the original GameCube, this is a perfect opportunity for you to pick it up. Pick it up with a Wii U. You can get it for the same price as a Wii U without the download version if you get the bundle. It's, what is it? $2.99?
Mine was, yeah, $2.99.
$2.99.
It's like roughly $3.30 with tax.
Yeah, if you get the limited edition, so get it quickly, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker bundle, it basically comes free with the Wii U.
Not to mention the gamepad has like all these Wind Waker-y glyphs on it, and it's awesome.
And it also comes with the Hyrule Historia digital download for your gamepad.
Which is really cool, especially if you need character references for anything. It has a lot of concept art.
Yeah. The Hyrule Historia, if you want the physical copy too, I have that one, and it's great. It's basically like if there was a college course on Zelda, this would be the textbook.
And it's beautiful. It's like forest green and has all these cool...
Yes, and the definitive timeline for the series. So...
The Tingle
play...
info graphic.
Yeah, which is very important.
Best character.
Yes. If you have not played The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, it is not only the best Zelda game, it's the best game. Get it, play it, it's the best. That's my opinion.
You know, there's so many great Zelda games, I cannot say I can pick one, but it's definitely on my top 5 favorite games ever.
Yeah. Wind Waker, probably the first game that really hit me. It hit me good.
It'd be like a ton of Triforce pieces.
Yes, that you then had to collect from the ocean, and it took 30 hours.
It's really just one of the more like crazy existential dark Zelda games. Like if you really like Majora's Mask, I think you'd really like Wind Waker.
And those are my 2 favorites.
And that's what's so cool about Wind Waker, because everybody's like, ooh, you know, it's super cartoony.
Yeah.
The cell shading, well, that's a super awesome art style in my opinion. But it's cool how it contradicts the apocalyptic themes.
Yeah, you're going to end the last boss fight by stabbing him between the eyes.
And probably crying.
Yeah. So, if that's any indication of how not kiddish and cartoony it is, go play it for yourselves.
Oh,
but if you've watched,
too.
Yeah, if you've watched this far though and you haven't played it, then that was a mistake. So go play it right now, and we'll see you next time on the next videos we make.
Bye!
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye. Double hand wave.